250 years ago, the most biggest slavery on earth started with bloodshed in Africa and America. So therefore, it's not, oh, hi. And so therefore, it's not so, yeah. After Islam came up, they started freeing the slaves in Saudi Arabia. They had slaves as well, but not based on skin color. This is something new, which came from the western part.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq liyuzhirahu ala dini kullihi wa kafa billahi syahida. Allahumma sholli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad. Berjumpa lagi dengan channel saya Marstechno. Saya doakan semoga semua sahabat dalam keadaan sehat selalu. Pada video kali ini adalah bagian ke-8 usaha dakwah seorang ustazah yang bernama Bostram. Beliau menjelaskan dasar-dasar agama Islam kepada mahasiswa di Santa Ursula, Jerman. Dalam penjelasannya, seperti biasanya beliau menggunakan logika dan juga dalil-dalil Al-Quran. Dan mereka terlihat sangat menikmati penjelasan dari ustazah ini. Pada bagian ini beliau menjelaskan mengenai terorisme dan juga perbudakan. Baiklah, kita lihat saja videonya dan saya akan sedikit mereaksinya.
Muslim boy said that he could say to his mother what he wants and she has to do this.
To obey him?
Yeah.
Not the children. The right of the man, guess what the right of the man is? He is the commander, the leader of the family. So, he has the right to check to keep the house outside in check. Financially, he has to support it and all this he has to do and stuff like that. The only right is to decide if there are many opinions, what to do, what is doing in the end, to have the last decision. This is the father, not the son. And this is pretty much the only thing what he can do. And this in very restricted frames. It has to stay inside the laws. He cannot take your rights. He cannot, forbid you something which is your right. He cannot forbid to meet a friend, for example, which he doesn't like, outside. But inside the house, he paid for the entire house. He paid for the, furniture and everything. He's responsible also for the security of the family. If something happens to you, he is responsible. And that's the reason why he has to take everything in check. But he can, for example, not forbid you to meet someone outside because it's outside his territory. You are free, for example, in that sense. And as long you know your rights and as long he knows his rights, it's not contradicting in any terms. And it's not like, so now I'm I feel like the big boss here, you're climbing up the table on one feet, you're, jumping around, something that weird stuff. No, it's not about that. Because we have mostly different opinions. So there will be something like a judge, not judge, like what we do? We sit always together with children, we did it, I'm the last. But we sat all together, my father and my mother, and we're all practicing Muslims. And everyone said his opinion. And my father decided, okay, we go after that opinion or this opinion. And it's like, everyone is a lawyer, explaining, so I do it because of this and that. And I think it's more right to do this and that, or to travel to Turkey because of, to travel to Australia because of, and come, what should we do? And most of case, it was always the case that the most part, whoever, how many people decided that it is acted upon that. But in the strong sense, yes, he has the right to say, even if everybody says no, to say, okay, no, I decided in the opposite side. Because I'm responsible for the security. If something happens, I have to think about it. It's my responsible. responsibility. So it's from that perspective also reasonable, understandable. So racism, yay, yeah, everyone is equal, nothing special. And God says also in the Quran, they are on purpose created in different communities, cultures, to know each other better, to travel around to know each other better. And we have even a penalty if somebody does something wrong. I have no idea which one it was. Yeah. There are many. Then you have to go and free a slave. It's not something which is actual right now, right? But 250 years ago it was reality. 250 years ago, the biggest slavery on earth started with bloodshed in Africa and America. So therefore, it's not, oh, hi. And so therefore, it's not so, far away from what we believe in, why it is implemented in the religion to free slaves. So after Islam came up, they started freeing the slaves in Saudi Arabia. They had slaves as well, but not based on skin color. This is something new, which came from the western part. It was based through other conditions. If somebody loses a war against you and you take him into prison, he is either ending as a slave or will be freed. So whatsoever, there exist slaves as well. As soon as the Islam came, they started freeing the slave entirely till where the territories of the Muslim were, the slavery was almost gone. And you cannot go and just take the slave of another person because he paid for it. So it's more difficult. It would break out in a civil war. That's not needed. You just go and pay for it to free a slave. Not under bloodshed and civil wars. Terrorism. So we hear a lot of Muslim terrorists. So let's go behind it. First of all, whoever watched the movie Schindler's Liste, have you heard the movie Schindler's Liste? Yeah? In the end of the movie, they recite a verse of the Quran. And this is this verse. Whoever kills a soul, a human being, a man, it is as if he had slain mankind entirely. And whoever saves one, it is as if he had saved mankind entirely. In the sense of one person is equal to everyone. Not like in the movies, you know, oh, let's sacrifice one person for the sake of us, yeah? Or I don't know which movies, you know, Bruce Willis and the Apollo stuff and so on. No, everyone is counted as important in equal sense. And it's a sin to do otherwise. And what I wanted to say, what we have to learn is to, first of all, to differentiate between defending and attacking. Because if religion calls out that if somebody, for example, if in front of me is a children is slain, okay, killed, and I just look away and say, peace, peace for everyone. Yeah, it's even the meaning of Islam, peace. That doesn't make the religion peaceful. That makes the religion weak. If I see that there is a victim and I interfere, this is a responsibility as a Muslim, that doesn't make a religion aggressive, it makes it strong. But in case of that, what happens nowadays, these are transgressors. These are people who are killing victim peoples, and it doesn't matter whoever they call themselves, Muslim or not. It is my responsibility as a Muslim to go and interfere, to even if it is needed, fight against that oppressors. For example, in Syria, what they are trying to do in killing straight on people. This is not allowed. You are not allowed to judge people on their appearance or whatsoever.
Masya Allah, penjelasan yang sangat mudah dimengerti dan sangat berani. Beliau tidak canggung menjelaskan kepada mahasiswa ini, walaupun mereka berbeda agama Kristen atau yang lainnya, menjelaskan tentang perbudakan. Jadi Islam hadir untuk membebaskan perbudakan di daerah Jazirah Arabia. Karena di Saudi Arabia pun dulu sudah ada perbudakan. Mereka ketika berperang, jika ada musuh yang kalah, maka akan dijadikan tawanan, dipenjara atau diperbudak, dijadikan budak. Berbeda dengan zaman di 250 tahun yang lalu, era kebangkitan Amerika. Mereka menjadikan orang-orang kulit hitam terutama di Afrika menjadi budak mereka dan dipekerjakan di ladang-ladang yang dikuasai oleh Amerika. Kalau kita sempat melihat dulu film Little Missy atau Baron, kita bisa melihat bagaimana mereka memperbudak orang-orang Afrika yang berkulit hitam. Jadi Islam membebaskan perbudakan. Dan kita lihat juga beliau menjelaskan mengenai terorisme. Beliau dengan berani mengatakan bahwa kalian harus bisa membedakan mana itu perjuangan, memperjuangkan hak ataupun yang lainnya. Jadi dalam menjelaskan Islam beliau sangat santai dan juga penuh dengan dalil dan logika, sehingga yang dijelaskan juga tidak merasa bosan. Nah sahabat, mungkin itu saja sedikit reaksi dari saya mengenai video ini. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.